Good afternoon, students. So whether my voice is audible?
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yeah. I think many of you were absent yesterday due to your theory result. Okay. Yeah. If it is well and good according to your expectation, congratulations. If it is not also, then congratulations. You can score. You have another chance in CET. You can do it, guys. Okay. So let us proceed with the most important concept of biology of class 11th actually. Okay. Of class 11, just a minute. Yeah. Body fluids and the circulation. So this is of 5 marks. The weightage of this chapter is 5 marks. But most tricky questions will come from this question. Will come from this chapter. Fine. So let us solve. Let us brush up a few concepts now, and then we shall move to answering the questions. Right. Okay. Body fluids and circulation. So regarding this, we are learning from 10th standard, right? Blood and its components, circulation, heart, arteries, veins, structure of the heart and all. So in PUC, we have advanced, extended topic of the circulation. So the human blood and its components, we should remember, we know that blood is a connective tissue. Okay, give me a minute. Okay. Its components, plasma and formed elements are there. So in plasma, it is a fluid nature of a blood. Formed elements are red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. In white blood cells, that is in WBCs, which are also called as leukocytes, again it is divided into two types, guys, that is granulocytes and agranulocytes. Granulocytes, basophil, eosinophil, neutrophil. Miss Ben, basophil. I don't know why participants will unmute themselves. Basophil, eosinophil, neutrophil. Agranulocytes are lymphocytes. Lymphocytes and monocytes are there. Let us proceed now. Plasma will be consisting of water, that is 90 to 92%. Then proteins, they are comprises of 6 to 8%. Plasma comprises of 6 to 8% of the proteins. The major proteins are fibrinogen, globulin, and albumin. Fibrinogen, globulin, and albumin. Then ions like calcium, sodium, magnesium, chlorine, bicarbonate, then phosphate, organic compounds. Fine. Let us proceed to the next slide. Okay. I request Samar, can you read out the slide, please? Samar, are you here?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, read out the slide.
Plasma. Plasma is a straw-colored, viscous fluid constituting nearly 55% of the blood. 90 to 92% of plasma is water, and protein contribute 6 to 8% of it. Fibrinogen, globulin, and clotting or coagulation of blood. Globulin primarily are help in osmotic balance. Plasma also contains a small amount of minerals like sodium, calcium, magnesium, HCO3, calcium, chloride, etc., glucose, amino acids, lipids, etc., are also present in the plasma as they are always in transit in the body. Factors for coagulation or clotting of blood are also present in the plasma in an inactive form. Plasma without the clotting factors is called serum.
Okay. This you have to remember, guys. Plasma without clotting factor is termed as serum. Remember it because regarding that we have one question. The first one is RBC, the component of blood, erythrocytes. It is also called as erythrocytes. Okay. So it is the number of RBC in a healthy man will be 5 to 5.5 million. Okay. Then they are found in red bone marrow, that we have to remember. Okay. Then after that, biconcave in shape, they are red color because they contain iron containing complex. And name of a healthy individual will be having 12 to 16 grams of hemoglobin in every 100 ml of blood. Then the lifespan is 120 days, after which they are destroyed in the spleen. They take origin, they take origin in red bone marrow and they destroyed in the spleen. So spleen is called as graveyard of RBC. Next slide. Leukocytes or WBCs. They are also known as white blood cells. They lack hemoglobin. They are nucleated and are relatively lesser in number. Leukocytes are generally short-lived than compared to RBC. Again, two categories are there: neutrophil, eosinophil, basophil, granulocytes. Granules will be present. Granulocytes, lymphocytes, and monocytes. Monocytes are larger in number. WBC ಅಲ್ಲಿ monocytes ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Comparatively, types of WBC ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು compare ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ I'm sorry. Number of monocytes are more. The next one is neutrophil, eosinophil, basophil. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ನೋಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ, no doubt you should concentrate on the structure, but mainly focus on the diagram of these cells. Neutrophil ಹೇಗಿದೆ, basophil ಹೇಗಿದೆ, eosinophil ಹೇಗಿದೆ. There is slight difference in the shape of the nucleus, right? So using it, they will ask the multiple choice question. Okay. Whether my voice is clear, guys? Okay. Because yes, Harshita message, she is not able to hear me. Okay, thank you, Kumar and Saundarya. Then neutrophils and monocytes are 6 to 8% are phagocytic cell which destroy foreign organism, whereas neutrophils are most abundant cell of the total of WBCs, not neutrophils, monocytes. Okay, I will confirm when we discuss that question. Basophils secrete histamine, serotonin, heparin, etc. and are involved in inflammatory reaction. So, ಯಾವ WBCs inflammatory reaction involve ಆಗ್ತವೆ? Basophils. Eosinophils ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತವೆ? They resist infections and are also associated with the allergic reactions. Eosinophils, allergic reactions. Now, granulocytes anta bandaga, they are further divided into lymphocytes and monocytes. Lymphocytes are of two major types, B and T, and are responsible for immune response. Regarding it, we discussed in human health and diseases. The next one is platelets, which are also called as thrombocytes. The special function is clotting of the blood. They can release variety of substances, most of which are involved in coagulation or clotting of blood. A reduction in their number can lead to clotting disorders, which will lead to excessive loss of blood from the body. Then, blood groups. So there are two blood groups, ABO grouping, RH grouping. ABO grouping, regarding this, we will discuss later. Now let us solve some questions. Most of you, I mean, Samarth also complained regarding the voice. What about others? Whether my voice is clear? My network connection is also good, actually. Okay, Gayatri, Kumar, and Ramya. Fine. The first question of today is antibodies are what? Option A, components of blood plasma. Option B, RBC. Option C, substances to inactive antigens. Option D, WBC, which destroy bacteria. Antibodies andre ಏನು? Basavraj Garaddi, option D. Kumar, option C. Parvati, option C. Saundarya, Likhita, Gayatri, option D. Rupa, option C. Hemashri, option C. Okay. Chaitra, Jyoti, Pavitra, Megha Chavan, Vinayak, Samat. Okay. Most of you voted for option C. Few of you voted for option D. So let us see which is the correct answer. Option A. That is, it is, sorry. Yeah. Option C is the right answer, not option A. Substances to inactive antigens. These are the substances to inactive antigens. So answer option C is a right answer. Option C is a right answer. Next, lymph differs from blood. Lymph ಅನ್ನೋದು blood ಇಂದ ಹೇಗೆ differ ಆಗತ್ತೆ? Option A, absence of RBC. Option B, absence of WBC. Option C, excess of water. Option D, absence of protein. Yes, Basavaraj, option B. Amrita, option D. Lohit, option A. Saundarya, option B. MIA2, option D. Likhita, option B. Duty, option A. Hemashri, option A. Kumar, option B. Okay, Hemashri was absent for few classes. And Duty, you logged out soon yesterday. You did not attend the whole session, I guess. So lymph differs from blood in what? So let us see the answer. Megha Chavan, option B. Option A is the right answer. Very few, 2 or 3 answered as option A. That is absence of RBC. In lymph, you can't see the RBCs. Okay. In blood, option A, WBCs are more than RBCs. Option B, RBCs are more than WBCs. Option C, RBCs are less than platelets. Option D, platelets are less than WBCs. Samat, option B. Saundarya, option A. Parvati, option B. Rupa, option B. Chaitra, option B. Likhita, Lakshmi, Megha Chavan, option A. Pavitra, option B. Vinayak, Hemashri, Yuti, voted for option B. Gayatri, voted for option B. Kumar, voted for option A. Balakrishna, option B. Balakrishna, after many days you are attending the session. Great. So option B, the RBCs are more than WBCs is the right answer, guys. Okay. Fine. Now, the next question goes like this. Pulse pressure andre ಏನು? Option A, difference between systolic and diastolic pressure. Option B, systolic pressure. Option C, pressure in the great veins. Option D, diastolic pressure. Okay, Balakrishna, you attended in YouTube. Great. Thank you then. Be consistent, ashte. Meghana, Sinchana, Basavraj, option D, Parvati, Irapur, option A, Hemashri, Saundarya. And then, who is going to answer this? Viresh, Duty, Viresh to attend Agila session. So, Samarth, option B. Lakshmi, option A. Lohit, option B. Let us check the answer. Option A, it is a difference between systolic and diastolic pressure. See, very easy question, right? But we forget the definitions soon. We forget what we understood. So option A is the right answer. Yes, don't get confused. Then, removal of calcium from freshly collected blood put. Freshly collected blood in the calcium na tagadaga ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? Cause delayed clotting, prevent clotting, cause immediate clotting, prevent destruction of hemoglobin. Okay. Basavaraj, option D. Sinchana, option D. Balakrishna, Spandana, Gayatri, Lakshmi, Viresh, Saundarya, Hemashri, Megha Chavan, Kumar. See the question properly, understand the question and then answer. Removal of calcium. Someone answered. Lohit, option B. Likita option A. Chaitra and Saundarya voted for B. ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ರಿಮೂವಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಸಿಯಂ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಫ್ರೆಶ್ಲಿ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಬ್ಲಡ್, ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಸಿಯಂ ನ ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Okay, let us check. Most of you answered as option D, and then some of you changed it to option B. So right answer is option B. Clotting requires calcium ions, which is why blood banks use a chelating agent to bind the calcium in the donated blood. So the blood will not clot. It prevents the clotting. So the right answer is it prevents clotting. Option B. Sixth question goes like this. Which one engulfs pathogens rapidly? Acidophils, monocytes, basophils, neutrophils. ಯಾವ WBCಯು pathogens ನ engulf ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಮೀನ್ಸ್ which undergoes or which initiates phagocytosis ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇಂಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಯಾವ WBC phagocytosis ಅನ್ನ ಮಾಡತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. What will be the answer, guys? I am waiting for your answers. Yes, B pass. Likita option D, Ramya option B, Lohit option D, Amrita D, Rupa B, Megha B, Saundarya A. Fine. Okay. Let us check the answer. The right answer is option D. That is neutrophils. Fine. Yeah, now. Saundarya, can you read the slide, please? You can unmute now.
Nucleophiles are granulocytes. The granules in granulocytes are actual lysosome and Golgi bodies. These are the chief phagocytic cells of the body and engulf the microbes by photosynthesis. So nucleophiles are also called solids of the body.
Neutrophils are called as soldiers of the body. Neutrophils are called as soldiers of the body. Okay. Then blood group AB has option A, no antigen, option B, non-antibody, option C, neither antigen nor antibody, option D, both antigen and antibody. Blood group AB ಗೆ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ? Parvati option D. Okay. Sinchana, Lakshmi option D, Kumar option C, Amruta option D, Radha option D, Balakrishna, Veeresh, Vikita, Ramya, Saundarya option D, Lohit option D, Yuti option D. Okay. Megha Chauhan option D, Purvi option B, Basavaraj option C. Let us check the answer. The right answer is option B, that is no antibody. Antibodies are completely absent in case of AB. It will be having both the antigens A and B. The next question goes like this. An adult human with average health has systolic and diastolic pressure as. Systolic ಮತ್ತು diastolic pressure ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ? Option A 70 mmHg and 120, 120 and 80, 50 and 80, 80 and 80. Kumar, Lohit, Hemashri, Megha, option C na. Amruta option B. Most of you voted for option B. So let us check the answer. The right answer is option B. Very easy question. Yeah, that is 120 mmHg and 80 mmHg. Let us brush up some concepts again. Now we have regarding ABO grouping, right? Yeah. So just a minute. Duty, can you read out the slide?
Yes, ma'am. ABO grouping. ABO grouping is based on the presence or absence of two separate antigens, chemicals that can induce immune response on RBCs, namely A and B. Similarly, the plasma of different individuals contain two natural antibodies, proteins produced in response to antigens.
Read this also. Are you here, Duty? You can mute now.
Yes, ma'am. Donor compatibility. From the above mentioned table, it is evident from the above mentioned table, it is evident that group O blood can be donated to persons with many other blood groups, and hence O group individuals are called universal donors. Persons with AB group can accept blood from persons with AB as well as the other blood groups of blood. Therefore, such persons are called universal recipients.
Thank you. Yeah. RH grouping. Fine. So RH grouping means what? It is also the another antigen. The RH antigen similar to one present in rhesus monkeys. So hence the name is RH. So it is observed on the surface of RBCs of majority, nearly 80% of the human. Such individuals are called as RH positive, and those in whom this antigen is absent, such individuals are called as RH negative. Significance of RH group: a RH negative person, if exposed to Rh positive blood, will form specific antibodies against Rh antigen. Therefore, Rh group should also be matched before transfusion. Okay, next. Special case, Rh incompatibility in fetus and the mother. It causes a condition which is called as erythroblastosis fetalis. It is called erythroblastosis fetalis. It especially happens a special case of Rh incompatibility, that is when between Rh negative blood of the pregnant mother with Rh positive fetus. Rh antigens of the fetus do not get exposed to the blood of the mother in the first pregnancy. However, during the delivery of the second child, Rh positive antibodies will be there. No, those will be released in the maternal blood. So, in such cases, mother starts preparing antibodies against Rh in her blood. In a subsequent pregnancy, the Rh antibodies from the mother can leak into the blood of the fetus, and it leads to the fatal death of the fetus, which causes erythroblastosis fetalis. Okay, fine. Importance of the blood group that we know. Blood coagulation. So, really, main thing we have to concentrate is on a cascade process. The complex is formed by a series of linked enzymic action, which is called cascade process. Now, I want who want to read voluntarily. You can message me, please. So can I can unmute you, and you guys can read. Yes. Hemashri, can you read?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Blood coagulation. Blood exhibits coagulation or clotting in response to an injury or trauma. This is a mechanism to prevent excessive loss of blood from the body. A dark reddish brown scum is formed at the site of a cut or an injury over a period of time. It is clot or coagulum formed mainly of a network of threads called fibrins in which dead and damaged formed elements of blood are trapped. Fibrins are formed by the conversion of inactivate fibrinogens in the plasma by the enzyme thrombin. Thrombins in turn are formed from another inactivate substance present in the plasma called prothrombin. An enzyme complex thrombin kinase is required for the above reaction. This complex is formed by a series of linked enzymic reactions. involving a number of factors present in the plasma in an inactive state. An injury or a trauma stimulates the platelets in the blood to release certain factors which activates the mechanism of coagulation. Certain factors released by the tissue at the site of injury also can initiate coagulation. Calcium ion plays a very important role in clotting. Hemophilia. The clotting disorder which prevents blood from clotting is called hemophilia. The person suffering from hemophilia is always at a risk of excessive blood loss in case of injury. The blood loss can prove fatal.
Okay, thank you. Regarding the lymph, we already discussed the question. Circulatory patterns, open circulatory and the closed circulatory system is there. Open circulatory andre the blood flows through open spaces. They are not confined to any blood vessels. So flow of blood will be slow in case of open circulatory system. High blood pressure cannot be developed. Blood directly comes in contact of the tissues. Whereas in closed circulatory system, blood flows in a blood vessel. Blood flows at a fastest speed. High blood pressure will be maintained. Blood does not come directly with the contact with the tissues. Then circulatory pathways, we have chambered heart, single circulation. In fishes, we can see single circulation. Incomplete double circulation is observed in amphibians and reptiles. Complete double circulation can be observed in birds and mammals. Human circulatory system, regarding it, we will discuss later. Now let us solve some questions again. What is true about leukocytes? WBC ಅಥವಾ ಲ್ಯೂಕೋಸೈಟ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಟ್ರೂ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಎ, their sudden fall in number is indication of blood cancer. These are produced in thymus. These are enucleated. These can squeeze out through the capillary walls. Ramesh M voted for option B. Amrita option B. Chandru option D. Then Soundarya, Lohit, Balakrishna option A, Chaitra option C, Rupa B, Veeresh option B, Dyuti option A. Okay. Parvati option C, Megha Chauhan option A, Kumar option B. Their sudden fall in number is indication of blood cancer. Actually, their sudden increase in number is indication of blood cancer. These are produced in the thymus. These are enucleated. These can squeeze out through the capillary walls. These are enucleated, Allah. These are nucleated. Enucleated means absence of nucleus. But leukocytes, WBCs ಅಲ್ಲಿ nucleus ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So, this is wrong. And this is wrong because increased number results in blood cancer. This is also wrong because it is produced in the bone marrow. These can squeeze out through capillary walls. This is the right statement. Only 1 or 2 voted for option D. Let us check the correct answer now. So option D is the right answer. Can anyone read out the slide, please? Purvi, you are interested to read, right? Purvi, are you here? Yeah, you can unmute yourself and read.
Leukocytes or white blood cells, WBCs, can squeeze out through capillary walls into the tissue and reach the site of injury. This process is known as diapedesis. B. Sudden fall in number of leukocytes is called leukopenia, and this increases the chances of infection. Cancer is caused when the number of leukocytes is increased abnormally, and this condition is called leukemia.
Okay,
The
continue.
cancer of white blood cells. C. Leukocytes are produced in bone marrow. B. Cells which are a type of lymphocytes are granular leukocytes.
Copy and paste it from the question itself. Don't read this.
Okay.
So here what happens? Sudden fall in number causes leukopenia, not leukemia. Increase in number causes leukemia. So the correct answer is here. These are nucleated. These can squeeze out through capillary walls is the right answer. So 10th question goes like this. What is the correct for blood group O? No antigens, but both A and B antibodies are present. A antigen and B antibody. C. Antigen and antibody both absent. Option D. A and B antigens and A and B antibodies. What is correct for blood group O ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಹೌದಾ? Okay, I got two answers. Chandru voted for option A. Balakrishna option A. What about others? Sinchana, Pavitra, Veeresh option A. Dyuti option A. Saundarya option A. Purvi option A. So let us check the correct answer. The right answer is option A. No antigens, but both A and B antibodies are present. 11th question goes like this. Bundle of His is a network of option A. Nerve fibers found throughout the heart. Option B. Muscle fibers distributed throughout the heart. Option C. Muscle fibers found only in ventricle wall. Option D. Nerve fibers distributed in ventricles. Bundle of His andre ಏನು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Yes, who is going to answer this? Be fast. Amruta option C. Lohit option C. Sinchana option B. Purvi option A. Hemashri option C. Pavitra option C. Ramesh option B. Parvati option C. Okay, most of you voted for option C. Let us check. The right answer is option C. The bundle of His is a network of muscle fiber found in the wall of ventricle. Adar kelsa enu, which transmits electrical impulses from AV node to the point of to and from the apex of heart via bundle branches of bundle of His. Then 12th question goes like this, guys. Largest number of WBCs are option A. eosinophils, option B. basophils, option C. neutrophils, option D. monocytes. ಯಾವ ಲಾರ್ಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ WBC ಅಲ್ಲಿ? ಸೌಂದರ್ಯ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಬಿ, ಬಾಲಕೃಷ್ಣ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಡಿ, ಲಿಖಿತಾ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಸಿ, ಅಮೃತ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಡಿ, ಲೋಹಿತ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಸಿ, ಮೇಘಾ ಚೌಹಾನ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಸಿ, Lakshmi, Parvati, option D, Ramesh, Veeresh, Chaitra, option C. Let us check the answer. Here, option D is the right answer, that is monocytes. Let us confirm it. Leukocytes are also known as white blood cells as they are colorless due to the lack of hemoglobin. They are nucleated and relatively less in number than compared to RBC. We have two main categories, granulocytes and agranulocytes. Neutrophil, eosinophil, basophil comprise of granulocytes, or they are in granulocytes, and monocytes and lymphocytes are in agranulocytes. So monocytes are the largest type of WBC, while lymphocytes are the smallest. So in the slide it was given largest is neutrophil, but the correct answer is monocytes will be largest than neutrophils. Okay, 13th question goes like this. RH factor is named after a monkey, Drosophila, rat, and man. Yes, Ramesh option A, Chaitra option A, Megha Chauhan, Lakshmi, Likita, Gayatri, Amruta, Sinchana, Diti, Lohit, Parvati, Saundarya, Chandru option C. Okay, most of you answered it correctly. Option A, monkey, that is rhesus species. Pavitra, Veeresh, fine. Let us go to the next question, guys. Which of the following statement can be related to erythroblastosis? ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಒಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಿಥ್ರೋಬ್ಲಾಸ್ಟೋಸಿಸ್ ಗೆ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರೋ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಯಾವುದು? ಸಿವಿಯರ್ ಅನೇಮಿಯಾ ಅಂಡ್ ಜಾಂಡಿಸ್ ಟು ದ ಬೇಬಿ can be avoided by giving anti-RH antibodies to mother immediately after delivery. RH antibodies from RH negative mother destroys fetal RBC. All of the above. Yes. Be fast, guys. Balakrishna option C. Most important question. Parvati Irapur option C. Lohit option C. Veeresh option C. Amruta option C. Dyuti option B. Pavitra option C. Vinayak Kumar. Lakshmi option D. Fine. Let us Chaitra option B, Radha option C, Likhita option D. So the guys who answered as option D, okay, so those are right. Why? Because during erythroblastosis, it is a condition where baby will suffer from severe anemia and it causes jaundice to the baby. The next one is can be avoided by giving anti-RH, this one, anti-RH, sorry, 1 minute. Yeah, RH antibodies from RH negative mother destroys fetal RBC. This is also related to erythroblastosis and this is also related to erythroblastosis. So all of the above is the right answer. 11th question. If due to some injury, the chordate tendon of the tricuspid valve of human heart is partially non-functional, what will be the immediate effect? ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಇಂಜುರಿ ಆಗಿ chordate tendon of a tricuspid valve ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ partially non-functional. ಅದರ ಅರ್ಧ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. So what will be the immediate effect? ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ ಅವಾಗ ಸಡನ್ ಆಗಿ? Option A, the flow of blood into the pulmonary artery will be reduced. Option B, the flow of blood into the aorta will be slowed down. Option C, the pacemaker will stop working. Option D, the blood will tend to flow back into left atrium. Yes, what is your answer, guys? Be fast. Lohit, option D. Hemashri, option D. Likita, option D. Jyoti, option D. Gayatri, Sinchana, Amruta, Viresh, Parvati, Kumar. Fine. So let us check the answer. So chordate tendon injury ಆದಾಗ the first and foremost thing happen is the flow of blood into the pulmonary artery will be reduced. So ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಈ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಈ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ we should know the pathway of the blood. Then only we can answer it better. Now let us brush up certain concepts and then we will move towards the question and answer session. So regarding the heart, it is present in thoracic cavity, four-chambered heart and all. Then heart has four chamber, two relatively small upper atrium and ventricles. This is an important slide actually. So yeah. Asha L. Patil, can you read this? Lohit, can you read this, please?
The entire heart is made of cardiac muscles. The walls of ventricles are much thicker than that of the atrium. A specialized cardiac musculature called the nodal tissue is also distributed in the heart. SA node. A patch of this tissue is present in the right upper corner of the right atrium called the sinoatrial node. AV node. Another mass of this tissue is seen in the lower left corner of the right atrium close to the atrioventricular septum called the atrioventricular node. Bundle of is a bundle of nodal fibers, anteroventricular bundle. AV bundle continues from the AVN which passes through the atrioventricular septa to emerge on the top of the intraventricular septum and immediately divides into right and left bundle. These branches give rise to minute fibers throughout the ventricular musculature of the respective sides and are called Purkinje fibers. These fibers along with right and left bundles are known as bundle of Is.
Thank you, Lohit. Fine. Important definitions. The next thing is regarding generation of heartbeat. The nodal musculature has the ability to generate action potentials without any external stimuli. That is, it is a non-voluntary, involuntary action of the heartbeat alone. However, the number of action potentials that could be generated in a minute vary at different parts. The SA node can generate the maximum number of action potentials, that is 70 to 75 per minute in 1 minute. So the maintaining a rhythmic contractile cavity or beating of the heart, this is called a pacemaker. Our heart normally beats 70 to 75 times. Okay. Now, just a minute. Yeah. ಕಾರ್ಡಿಯಕ್ ಸೈಕಲ್ ಅಂತ. The action potential which is conducted by the AV node transferred by the SA node from where the bundle of it transmits it to entire ventricular muscles. This causes ventricular muscles to contract. So this is called ventricular systole. The atria undergoes reaction. This is called diastole. ಈ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ಸ್ ಒಂದು ಸೈಕಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಆಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾರ್ಡಿಯಕ್ ಸೈಕಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Just a minute. Electrocardiography, ECG. Regarding ECG, we have some question. So each peak in ECG is identified with a letter from P to T. So ECG ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ P to T ಅಂತ ಲೆಟರ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತವೆ, ಹೌದಾ? So which corresponds to a specific electrical activity of the heart. P wave ಬಂದ್ರೆ the electrical excitation or depolarization of the atria, which leads to contraction of both atria. So ಅಲ್ಲೇನಾಗ್ತಿದೆ, atrium contract ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ, depolarization ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. The QRS complex represents depolarization of ventricles. Ventricles ಅಲ್ಲಿ depolarization state ಅಲ್ಲಿವೆ, excited state ಅಲ್ಲಿವೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Then after that, the contraction which initiates ventricle. Okay, the contraction starts shortly after Q and marks the beginning of the systole. The T wave ಅನ್ನೋದೇನಿದೆ, it represents return to the ventricles from excited to normal state. Repolarization, T wave, okay. The end of the T wave marks the end of a systole. Obviously, by counting the number of QRS complexes, ಹೇಗೆ ECG ಅನ್ನು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, by counting the number of QRS complexes that occur in a given time period, one can determine the heartbeat rate of an individual. Since the ECGs are obtained from different individuals, have a roughly the same shape for a given lead configuration. Any deviation from this shape indicates a possible abnormality or a heart disease. Hence, it is of great clinical significance. Okay, very nice. This one, we have double circulation. In that, we have pulmonary circulation and systemic circulation. Okay, now let us solve some questions. Just a minute. Yes. The next question is, Christmas disease is also known as hemophilia B, AIDS, hemophilia A, hemolytic jaundice. Okay, Kanchanaraj option A, Beauty option A, Kumar option A, Parvati option A, Saundarya option B, Veeresh option A. Okay, let us check the answer. Option A, hemophilia B is the right answer. Good. The next one, read the question properly. Most important questions. Just a minute. Figure shows schematic plan of blood circulation in humans with labels to A to D. Identify the label and give its function. Okay. Now see the diagram and you have to write or you have to identify the pathway. What is A, what is D anta. You can see the options here. A, pulmonary vein takes impure blood and all. See the options and let me know the answers. Amruta option B. Saundarya option B. Kanchana option B. Lohit option D. Sinchana option B. Likhita option B. Duty option D. Okay. The right answer is option D. Option D is the right answer. So there, C indicates Venakawa takes blood from the body parts of the right auricle and PCO2 is equal to 45 mmHg. Next. PCO2, partial pressure of carbon dioxide. The next question goes like this. Just a minute. Adult human RBCs are enucleated, means nucleus will be absent. Which of the following statement is or are most appropriate explanation for this feature? They do not need to reproduce, they are somatic cells, they do not metabolize, all their internal space is available for the oxygen transport. So ಈ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ ಅಥವಾ ಈ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಎದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ? RBCs ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಇರಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ? Means what is the advantage of it ಅಂತ. ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಎ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಎ, ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಬಿ ಎ ಸಿ ಡಿ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಸಿ ಬಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಸಿ, ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಡಿ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಡಿ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ವೀರೇಶ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಬಿ, ಲೋಹಿತ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಬಿ, ಅಮೃತ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಬಿ, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ 2, ಸೌಂದರ್ಯ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಬಿ, ಕುಮಾರ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಬಿ, ಯುತಿ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಬಿ. So A, C, D, that is they do not need to reproduce, they do not metabolize, then D, all their internal space is available for oxygen. Okay, let us check the answer. Parvati option B. So the right answer is option B, that is A, C, D statements are true. Very good, guys. Then match the column of the following. Column 1, P-way QRS complex, T-way reduction in the. Column 2, depolarization, repolarization, coronary ischemia, depolarization of size of T-wave atria, repolarization of atria. Just now we discussed this in a slide. Concentrate on the options and let me know the answers. Option 1, A, B, C, D. You can see the options below. Let me know the answers. Yes. Lohit option 1. Okay. Hemashri option A. That is option 1. Okay. Pavitra, Kanchana, Dyuti, Saundarya, Viresh, Likhita, Amrita. Most of you voted for option 1. Let us check. Very good. Option 1 is the right answer. So in ECG, P wave represents depolarization of atria, QRS represents depolarization of ventricle, T wave represents repolarization of ventricle, then reduction in size of T wave, that is, if the T wave represents insufficient supply of oxygen, which causes coronary ischemia. Fine. Most of you answered it correctly. Very good. Superior vena cava receive blood from option A, head, neck and chest, option B, digestive system, option C, lower limbs, option D, diaphragm and legs. Superior vena cava ಯಾವುದರಿಂದ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಅನ್ನ ರಿಸೀವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಕುಮಾರ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಎ, ಲಿಖಿತಾ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಎ, ಪಾರ್ವತಿ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಎ, ಅಮೃತ, ವೀರೇಶ್, ಪೂರ್ವಿ, okay, Hemashri, Ramesh M, Kanchana Raj. Most of you voted for option A. Let us check. Option A is the right answer. Kanchana Raj, you were absent for yesterday's class and you attended today's session very late. Humans use hemoglobin to carry oxygen in their blood. Similarly, mollusks and crustaceans use dash to carry oxygen in their blood. Hemovenadin, hemerythrin, hemoglobin, hemocyanin. Option D is hemocyanin. Yes, who is going to answer this? Dyuti option, sorry, Parvati option C. Dyuti option A na. Okay. What about others? Amruta option C. Lohit option D. Viresh option D. Dyuti option D. Lakshmi option D. Ramesh option D. Likhita option C, Pavitra option D. Okay, let us check the answer. Option D, hemocyanin is the right answer. Next question, when type of B agglutinogen is not present on the surface of RBC of a person, his plasma would contain dash agglutinins. B agglutinogen ಇರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮಾ ಮೇಲೆ ಯಾವ ಅಗ್ಲುಟಿನಿನ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇರತ್ತೆ? ಆಂಟಿಜನ್ ಎ, Both anti-B, both anti-A and anti-B for none. Yes, who is going to answer this first? Amruta option C, Sinchana option C, Kumar, Kanchana, Raj, Likita, Pavitra, Jyoti. Most of you voted for option C. Let us check. Option B, anti-B is the right answer too. Oxalates and citrates are used as anticoagulants in stored blood. Oxalate ಮತ್ತೆ citrates ಅನ್ನ anticoagulants ಅಂತ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ stored blood ಅಲ್ಲಿ. Why? Option A, chelate calcium ions, acts as competitive inhibitor of vitamin K, potentiate antithrombin 3, activate heparin. Who is going to answer this? ಯಾಕೆ ಸಿಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಮತ್ತು ಆಕ್ಸಾಲೇಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ಡ್ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? ಯಾವ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಸಿಯಂ ಅಯಾನ್ಸ್ ನ ಹೈಲೈಟ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕ, ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಟಿವ್ ಇನ್ಹಿಬಿಟರ್ ವಿಟಮಿನ್ ಗೆ ಕೇಗ್ ಆಗಕ್ಕ. ಅಮೃತ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಡಿ, ರಮೇಶ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಬಿ, ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಬಿ, ರೂಪಾ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಸಿ, ದ್ಯುತಿ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಬಿ, ಲೋಹಿತ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಎ, Sinchana option C, Parvati option B, Viresh option C, Kanchana Raj option A. Let us check the answer. The right answer is option A, that is to chelate calcium ions. 2 times we read this slide regarding this. One of the factors required for the maturation of erythrocyte is ಯಾವ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರು ಎರಿಥ್ರೋಸೈಟ್ ಮೆಚುರೇಷನ್ ಗೆ ನೆಸೆಸರಿ ಇದೆ? ವಿಟಮಿನ್ ಡಿ, ವಿಟಮಿನ್ ಎ, ವಿಟಮಿನ್ ಬಿ12, ವಿಟಮಿನ್ ಸಿ. Lohit option C, Likita, Amruta, Kanchana Raj, Jyoti, Lakshmi, Ramesh. Okay, most of you voted for option C. So option C, vitamin B12 is the right answer. Sympathetic nervous system, option A, decreases heartbeat, increases heartbeat, not related to heartbeat, controls the heartbeat. Yes, D, Amruta option D, Kumar option D. Be fast, guys. Sympathetic nervous system ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ? Duty option D. Okay, option D, controls the heartbeat is the right answer. So this is regarding some questions of blood circulation, fluids and blood circulation. We are going to discuss this concept again on Monday. Few questions we will discuss. Then we will answer 5-star bio on this topic on Monday. Then we will move on to the next concept. Okay. I hope the session is clear. Any doubts? Any doubts? Okay, then let us end up the session. Be consistent and attend all the sessions. Okay. Have a nice day. Take care.